So just to save some time today, I went through the car wash, the automated one, and it scratched the crap out of my wrap. The entire side of the truck is like covered in scratches. This next week, I'm gonna be shooting a video with TacomaBeast to be featured on their page. So I've been getting things ready to go. So I gotta do something about it. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually gonna be polishing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this random orbital polisher and go over the paint. I've got a torque polisher and I'm using some VSS scratch and swirl remover. So I've gone through, put it on the pad and hit it pretty lightly and it looks pretty good. I can't see any of the scratches anymore. I'm gonna throw this on a time lapse and you guys can see what it looks like. So what you want to do is do little sections at a time. You don't want to try and tackle the whole panel. And what you can see is like, this is the top section I just did. If you come down, you start to see those scratches again, like right here. You can see them right there, there you go. And if you go up a little bit to where I polished, it just looks perfect again. And what you're doing is you're just using as little pressure as possible. You're basically just holding it on there. You're not pressing it against the wrap. And then just doing 2 or 3 strokes over the entire panel and then wipe it off with a microfiber towel because it'll start picking up little things that are coming, dirt or stuff that's ingrained in the wrap, and then you'll start slinging that around and re-scratching it. Pain in the butt, I wasn't expecting to do this, but oh well. I'll just throw this in the time lapse so you can kind of watch the process. Okay, so I just want to do a little update. Got the other side done, and what I'm kind of figuring out is that you want to use a lot of the fluid. This stuff is dual stage, so you can think of it as like the grit that's in it breaks down over time. The longer you spin it around, the smaller those chunks get, so it goes from like a compound to a polish. And you kind of see it doing its thing. So up here, it's definitely a little bit more gritty and white, but as you come down, you can kind of see that it's fading away in these areas, fading away. And so as soon as I start to see that happen, I know that I've kind of gone through it and all the grit that's in it is broken down. And so I use that as a time to wipe it off and then throw more on the pad and go again. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And I'll continue doing that for the rest of the process. So as I was putting this on, I noticed a really deep scratch. You can see it right there. So it's kind of like right in the middle of the panel in line with the door handle. That might be a little bit too much to polish out, but this wrap is pretty resilient, so hopefully it'll work. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's wipe this out and see what it looks like. Hard to tell. It looks like it disappeared completely. Even if you have big gnarly scratches like that, you can buff them out. I mean, it was right there. dead center in the middle of the door, just above the door handle. Nothing. It's gone. You can actually save it if you think it's trashed. So I'll throw it in the time lapse and I'll crank out the rest.